You know what most of the suffering you go through in life stem from? It stems from you caring too much. You care too much about other people's opinions of you. You work all the tiny inconveniences that happen to you on a day-to-day basis. If you put too much emphasis on these things, it can lead to a life full of unhappiness. But when you dive deeper and understand why you care so much, you can control your habitual response to certain situations, and you can develop a mindset that lets almost nothing faze you. This video is going to be divided into two parts. The first part is going to go over why you care so much about things that are having a negative impact on your mental health. And in the second part of the video, I'm going to go over how I learned or unlearned, I should say, to care so much about things that are having a negative impact on my life that I really should not care about. So I advise you to watch the whole thing to get an entire scope of understanding as to why you care. Alright, so let's get into part 1, where our incessant caring come from. It really comes from these three basic needs that every human wants, and these needs are our need to feel in control, our need for acceptance and or connection, and our need for consistency. Our need to feel in control is lend our attraction to stuff like knowledge, food, shelter, wealth. These are things that we want to be able to control within our lives. That's why we care so much about them when we start to feel like we're losing our control to one of those things, and it signals something in us to you, you know, upon it to gain back that control. This is also why we try to control other people's opinions about us by people pleasing. A lot of people are big people pleaser because they don't want to feel like they can't control someone's opinion of them. And even though they can't, if they people please, they know that they have a better chance to it. Also, it lend our attraction to risk, taking fortune telling or novelty because they are ways for us to test or improve our control. And we want to be in control because this is how we develop in an evolutionary perspective. If we don't have control of our environment, of these things that are around us or our talk, and then we aren't going to be able to survive. The second one, which might have the biggest impact on most people's mental health, is our need for acceptance and connection. That's very little a human that we can achieve along evolution. Evolution has hardware to assume that we stand a better chance to survive as survival if we are accepted by everybody, and obviously this is completely outdated now. We aren't fighting for our lives to survive every single day like history time. We don't need that route necessarily, and we all want to feel attractive or seductive to people because we want that connection, and we want the chance to be able to reproduce with someone. This is again our outdated mind overpowering how we really should feel. I'm very certain that those guys do not give a shit about what people think about them. This is why so many of us have a hard time spending time alone with ourselves, not only because we haven't self-actualized, we haven't learned our love ourselves, but also because we spend a lot of time alone. We feel like we don't really fit with any group, and also a self-actualization. Besides connecting with people, we also want to feel connected to the world around us, to what we do, and to feel we are. And this is why emotion and stories, and not fact and number, resonate so deeply with us. And lastly, our need for consistency supports the fortune. The only way we know that there's break Inconsistency is if we aren't in control of something or if we aren't putting together connection with things. We want our life to be consistent because then it's easily controllable because we know that what's going on to happen next to us. A lot of people have anxiety when they can't predict their future. It can make them care more so when something goes on with our lives that different from the norm or we get a bad opinion about us, we start to care more naturally. The oddly explain also why we are attracted or care more about mystery things because they are unpredictable. It makes us care about them more. This happens a lot with like relationship with people. If you don't know a lot about someone, if they're not very too upfront, or if they're not on social media posting all the time, it gives them a sort of like mystery vibe, and we naturally care about their lives more. And from a biological perspective, it wasn't our best advantage to pay attention to inconsistencies within our environment, within people. They make sure that we pay attention to the right things that aren't relatable, that could possibly cause harm to us.